Hello everyone, my name is Geeta and welcome to your Pick a Card reading. So the title of this video is going to be What Fairy Tale Story Describes You Right Now? So this is a reading I'm going to do for fun, and I'm going to be using the Fairy Tale Oracle right here, and it has some nice useful stories. I know that some of you sometimes don't really have a relationship situation but you would like to do a pick a card for fun, and that's basically what this is about. There is going to be probably some good advice, and there's something that you can actually bring into your situation, whatever you're going through. So let's go ahead and get started. And this is going to be stone number 1 with the round Amethyst, stone number 2 with the round clear Quartz, stone number 3 with the round Aventurine, stone number 4 with the round Lapis Lazuli, stone number 5 with the heart-shaped Aventurine, stone number 6 with the heart-shaped rose quartz, stone number 7 with the heart-shaped amethyst, and stone number 8 with the heart-shaped clear quartz. Oh my goodness. Anyways, I'm giving you all these options, so make sure though that you use your pendulums. Okay, you get your pendulums out, and ask which one is applying to you. Okay, I really strongly suggest that you can have a pendulum out of anything. You don't have to buy them, they're actually really cheap. But if you can't get a pendulum, you can make one out of any kind of object you can tie to a heavy object and do it. Okay, so anybody can have it. As long as you have string, you can make a pendulum. So anyways, let's go ahead and get started, and I'm going to go ahead and you can pause the video if you have to, so you can pick which stone it is. And while you're doing that, I would just like to say that if you like this kind of video, please give my video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it, and it really helps me out. If you would like to be notified of future videos, please subscribe and hit the bell notification. And if you would like to have a private reading, you can see how to do that in the video description below. Alright, also in the video description, there'll be your timestamps as well, so for those of you who don't know that. So anyways, let's go ahead and get started, and let's find out what fairy tale story describes you right now. Alright, so here we are with stone number 1 with the round amethyst, and let's find out what fairy tale story describes your life right now, or describes you right now, whichever one applies. So let's turn it over. Let's see what we got. We have number 32, Sleeping Beauty. Let me hold it better. Sleeping Beauty, Awakening. Oh, cool. I opened it right to there. All right, so let's go ahead and see what it says. It says, when the child is 16, she will prick her finger upon a spindle and die. The king and the queen cried out and begged the fairy to forgive them and remove the curse, but the fairy refused to do so. But one fairy stepped forward and said, I cannot undo this curse, but I can alter its course. Beauty shall not die when she touches the spindle, but she will fall into a deep sleep for 100 years. It is right that in this tale, the family of Sleeping Beauty decide they will fall into the same enchanted sleep along with their daughter, a princess who is cursed by a fairy with a grudge. When the Princess Aurora is born, her parents invite the chief magical beings of the kingdom to offer them all a rare gift. They are genuinely overjoyed at the birth of this child, who had been longed for far before she was born. But there is one fairy they do not invite. And in some versions of the tale, this is deliberate. In others, it is an oversight. But in others still, the reason is they have not enough wealth to share with the being now known as Maleficent. While the offended fairy's payback for the family's slight is to curse Aurora to die when she pricks her finger upon a needle from a spinning wheel, a late arriving fairy can soften the blow with her blessing. That Aurora will simply fall into a deep sleep, which she can only be awakened from by the kiss of a lover whose heart is true. Instead of raising Aurora with this knowledge, the family endanger her even more by keeping the prophecy from her. And it is this ignorance that most endangers her, and which gives the curse its opportunity to take hold. When this card comes to you, you will learn that someone has tried to protect you from a harsh truth by keeping information that is vital from you. There is no escape from the dilemma you inherited, but you will be able in time to find a way through the challenge, and you will not be alone, and you will never be abandoned. And You will be awakened to the truth, and when you wake up, so will all the others around you who wish to protect you, but in truth only made you more vulnerable. So the main meaning of this card is the curse shall be broken, time will lead to an awakening, the forest protects you, the sins of the parents, inherited guilt, generational patterns activated, ignorance of consequences, and willfully hiding the truth. So that's all I have for stone number 1, and now I'm going to go ahead now and move on to stone number 2. If you like this kind of reading, please give my video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it, and it really helps me out. If you would like to be notified of future videos, please subscribe and hit the bell notification. And if you would like to have a private reading, you can see how to do that in the video description below. Alright, well, thank you very much. Now I'm going to go ahead and move on to stone number 2. Alright, so here we are with stone number 2 with a clear quartz crystal, and let's find out what fairy tale story describes you right now. So what do we get? We got, it was upside down, number 7, the Little Mermaid, sacrifice. Trying to get the glare off. There we go. I just start turning them this way so you guys can see them better. Alright, so let's see, number 7. It skipped all the way to, there we go. It says, I will prepare a potion for you with which you must swim to land tomorrow before sunrise and sit down on the shore and drink it. Your tail will then disappear and shrink up into what mankind calls legs, and you will feel great pain as if a sword were passing through you. You will still have the same floating gracefulness of movement, but at every step you take, it will feel as if you are treading upon sharp knives, and that the blood must flow. If you will bear all this, I will help you. When this card comes to you, there is every chance you are considering making an enormous sacrifice. Firstly, you are restricting your true voice and have given up speaking from the heart about what you truly feel in order to seem more acceptable to another, or to avoid conflict. Secondly, you have given up the depth of your emotions, and you are trying to do your best to fit into an environment that is enormously uncomfortable for you. It is almost painful, and you are certainly feeling heavy, ill at ease, and awkward. This card asks you to consider just why you are sacrificing so much of your true self for this chance at belonging, this chance at love. This card can also come forth to speak with you when you are considering making choices to your face or body via surgery, like plastic surgery, in order to be more appealing to a love or a potential love. There is so much work for you to do on self-acceptance, and to understand that the path that you are currently taking that involves so much self-sacrifice and pain will not lead to a happy ending, but to pain, suffering, and the extinguishing of your spirit. Please consider the changes you are making and why you are making them, rather than falling deeply into a kind of trance of desire. No one has asked for you to make these changes. This is your own choice and your own doing, and if you are to make them, they must be for your good, not because you wish to win another. Denying your heritage, your own personal talents and skills, and your beautiful abilities will not make you more lovable. It will lead to pain and ultimately, perhaps, to some pity, but it cannot win you love. Please reconsider now this road of sacrifice and understand that you can become a truly wonderful being by being your own true self. There is magic, unnatural magic, which may bring to you what you wish for, but it will come at far too great of a cost to even consider it. Please heed the Little Mermaid's message. Do not go further into this, but return to your true self and become who you are for your own self and your own soul's sake. So the meaning of this card is you are sacrificing too much for love. Begin again to speak your truth. Avoid bargains that ask for more than they give over the long term. A short-term deal to solve a seeming problem is not the answer. Beware relationships which demand great sacrifice of your true self. Love unrequited is best farewelled. Love who you are. Your unique self is precious. So Anyways, that's all I have for stone number 2. If you like this kind of reading, please give my video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it, and it really helps me out. If you would like to be notified of future videos, please subscribe and hit the bell notification. And if you would like to have a private reading, you can see how to do that in the video description below. Alright, well, thank you very much. And now I'm going to go ahead and move on to stone number 3. Alright, so here we are with stone number 3 with the green Aventurine, and let's find out what fairy tale story describes you right now. So let's see what we got. We have the Juniper Tree Deception number 34. I'll let you see it. Alrighty, and let's see what that story is about. It says, stepmother, she killed me. My father, he ate me. My sister, Marklin, gathered all my bones. Is it Marlinchin? Yeah, my sister Marlinchin gathered all my bones, tied them in a silken scarf, laid them beneath the juniper tree. This terrible and beautiful story begins with a woman standing beneath a juniper tree in her own garden, wishing with all of her heart for a child, as red as blood and as white as snow. She has a premonition of her own death, and asks her husband to bury her beneath a juniper tree. She then grows and swells with child and gives birth to a son, red-cheeked and white-skinned. She holds him to her, feeds him with love, and then after the 3rd day of her life as a mother passes gently from the world. She is buried beneath the juniper tree, and her husband, who loved her dearly, grieves hard, but cares for his child. After his grief lifts, he takes a new wife, and she gives birth to a daughter called Marlinchin. In time, the new wife resents the boy, for he will inherit the father's house and money, and she wants this for herself and for her own child. One day, her resentment festering inside her, she offers her daughter an apple and sends her out to play. She becomes filled with evil and calls in her stepson. Her mind twisted with anger and righteousness, hatred for this boy who she sees as her downfall, she offers him an apple too, telling him it is inside a box with a heavy lid. He reaches into the box, and she brings down the lid on his tender white cheek, severing his head. Oh my. She then takes a bandage and ties his head back on to his body. She calls Marlinchin in, telling her to ask her stepbrother for an apple, and if he does not give her one, she is to box his ears. Marlinchin asks sweetly for the apple from her dead stepbrother, and having no response to her pleas, she strikes him, and his head falls to the floor. She cries in anguish, believing that she has killed her brother, and runs to her mother and tells her she will make it all right. Marlinchin nods, weeping for the loss of her brother. Frightened she will be punished, and her soul condemned to this murder she believes she has committed. When the father returns home, the stepmother tells him the boy has gone away for a time to stay with his uncle. She then serves the husband a stew made from the boy's body. Oh my goodness. Marlinchin, weeping quietly, is also forced to eat the stew. Marlinchin, filled with remorse, steals her brother's bones from her mother and lays them to rest with her tears under the juniper tree. And a strange thing happens. As she weeps, a bird emerges from the tree, singing a song of a boy dying at the hands of his stepmother, but wept for by his sister. The bird flies, singing to a goldsmith this song, who gifts the bird a golden chain. So moved is he by the sadness of the tale, the bird sings the song to a shoemaker, who offers the bird red shoes, and to a miller, who gives the bird a millstone. The bird then returns to the juniper tree and sings a song over and over. The father goes out to see what is singing such a beautiful song, and the golden chain falls about his neck. The father goes out to see what is singing such a beautiful song, and the golden chain falls about his neck. The father tells everyone that a beautiful bird gave him a chain. It sings again, and Marlichen goes out to see if this is true, and the red shoes fall to her. She smiles for the first time since the death of her brother. And her stepmother inside is burning up with a fever of anger, fear, and guilt, and wishes to hush the bird from singing the song of truth. She rushes outside, seeking out the bird, and upon her head falls the millstone, crushing her bones to the earth, ending her life of bitterness and anger. The father and Marlichen cry out as the dust rises from the earth with the falling of the stone, and when it clears there is no longer any bird but a boy with a look of joy upon his face. They embrace, they share the story together, and they go inside for their evening meal as the bones and body of the evil one find their only rest beneath the branches of the juniper tree. When this card comes to you, you will see soon that you have been carrying a great burden, when the responsibility for much of the sadness lies with another. You must let go of the sense that everything is your fault and begin to understand that you have a good heart. Don't lose hope. Keep doing what you know to be right and compassionate thing, and soon a lost loved one will be returned to you. The parting and the sadness you have experienced is due to a third party's involvement. Do the right thing, and the love you feel you have lost will return to you. So this card, the meaning of this card is greed must be dissolved. Do not act out of anger or resentment. Do not be impulsive. Compassion is rewarded. False blame. Cunning to shift blame. Magic reveals the truth. A return to life after cruelty. Love and tenderness save us all. The magical power of trees and nature. The innocent of children reclaimed. And resurrection and a second chance at life. Well, that's pretty cool. That was a messed up story, though. Anyways, that's all I have for stone number 3. If you like this kind of reading, please give my video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it, and it really helps me out. If you would like to be notified of future videos, please subscribe and hit the bell notification. And if you would like to have a private reading, you can see how to do that in the video description below. Alright, well, thank you very much. And I'm going to go ahead now and move on to stone number 4. Alright, so here we are with stone number 4 with the Lapis Lazuli, and let's find out what fairy tale story describes you right now. So we have number 3, The Princess and the Pea, Sensitivity. Alright. It says, once there was a prince who wanted to marry a princess. Only a real one would do. There's no hiding who you truly are. Even if you were to forget your own past, your character will display where you're from and who you are. This card is about those who are sensitive and clairsentient. Clear feeling. This ability is to discern something slightly amiss can be challenging to live with, as is the sensitivity you experience in environments that are strange and new to you. Some people may find you difficult, fussy, and even accuse you of falsifying your own sensitivity, but others will understand that some people are able to feel what cannot be seen by the human eye, and their true value can be recognized by observation of their action. While the being at the center of the story is a princess, this does not mean that there is any entitled attitude taking place. It is simply that there is a kind of rare quality to you. Some will deny this, and others will recognize this and value you for who you are. Your life will not always be easy. Feeling so much so easily is difficult for you and often for others around you. But when this trait is worked with well, when you can use this ability to feel and sense what is around, it can be of great value and lead to great strength. So you must learn to work with your own sensitivity and to harness its powers for the good of others, and to deal with the hypersensitivity in ways that are healthful to you and for you. You cannot pretend to be other than what or who you are. Others will always find you out. So no more pretenses. Come out into the open with who you truly are, what you can sense, what you can feel, and how you know what you know, and be authentic. It is already known who you truly are. Your incredible sensitivity will be revealed, even when you are asleep. No matter how much this disturbance is hidden from you, you will feel it out. Such awareness will be learned to live with, else it could haunt you. You must find others like yourself to be amongst. The layers cannot cover who you are. There is no mask you can wear. There's no place you can go where you will feel differently. You are who you are, and beneath the layers, the pea will find its way into your skin and bruise you deeply. So the meaning of this card is you have empathic qualities. You have sensory talents and skills. You can feel your way through life. Your feelings are trustworthy. You need to create a safe and comfortable oasis. Trust your senses, all 6 of them. Others will love your true self, and you are highly sensitive at present. Oh wait, there's more. And you are highly sensitive at present, and you cannot hide who you are. So anyways, that's all I have for stone number 4. If you like this kind of reading, please give my video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it, and it really helps me out. If you would like to be notified of future videos, please subscribe and hit the bell notification. And if you would like to have a private reading, you can see how to do that in the video description below. Alright, well thank you very much. I'm going to go ahead now and move on to stone number 5. Alright, so here we are with stone number 5 with the green Aventurine, heart-shaped. And let's find out what Fairytale story describes you right now. So let's see. Ooh, number 24, Tam Lin, Battle. Let me put it up for you to see it better. It says, if my love were an earthly knight, though he's in elfin gray, I would not give my own true love for any lord that ye have. 3 times Tam Lin changes the 3 times Janet holds. Changes and 3 times Janet holds. Okay. She sprinkles a circle of earth and blessed water about him and brings him home. The tale of Tam Lin is Scottish, and no one creates heroines like the Scots. This may be called Tam Lin, but it is Janet's story. It is a story of initiation, change, transformation, and reckoning, and freedom after imprisonment. The strong, fierce will be the heroine. The strong, fierce will of the heroine frees the man held captive by the fairy queen, even though he is forced to change, and Janet must hold fast, not letting him go until at last he turns into hot coals. She flings him into the well, and he is born again as his human self. When this card comes to you, you're being reminded of your amazing power to free others by refusing to give in to overwhelming forces. You are so strong, and you can set an incredible example of courage and pride. For this heroine is proud of her family, her name, and her choices, even when they have seen her walk outside of what is considered to be the right thing for her to do. What does this mean for you? It means that despite the rules you have broken, you have done this for the right reasons. Your immense resolve and determination are an inspiration to others and always will be, and are so powerful that you are able to inspire others to become truly themselves. When this card comes to you, be like Janet of the Tam Lin story. Set others free through refusing to be intimidated. Stay true to yourself and to your own values, even when the walk in the strange land as Janet does, and know that when you pick a rose, magic can happen. Love is also at the heart of the Tam Lin story. The refusal to discard a lover because they are in difficult circumstances. Instead choosing to be strong and supportive. So when this card appears, know that you can stand by friends and loved ones, and your support means the world to them, especially during a difficult trial or even a court case. You are a tower of strength, and it will be appreciated. So much love will be yours, but you do not do this for a reward. You do this because it is right, and because the love you have goes beyond good times. It extends into the nightmares and that all humans experience throughout their lives, and your loyalty is a shining light for others to reach for in their darkest moments. So the meaning of this card is face the conflict with courage, hold true and hold fast, loyal, steadfast, true to your own values, devotion through the hard times, passing a test, rescue and redemption, coming home, honoring yourself, a time of fertile ideas and actions, and help from a strong female. So that is all that I have for stone number 5. If you like this kind of reading, please give my video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it, and it really helps me out. If you would like to be notified of future videos, please subscribe and hit the bell notification. And if you would like to have a private reading, you can see how to do that in the video description below. All right, well, thank you very much. I'm going to go ahead now and move on to stone number 6. All right, so here we are with stone number 6 with the rose quartz, and let's find out what fairy tale story describes your life right now. So we have number 17, Bluebeard, Taboos. So I'll bring it closer so you can look at it. All right, let's see what this card is about, other than knowing it's about taboos. 17. It says, "Hey, here," he said he. No, I said it backwards. All right. "Here," said he, "are the keys. These open my strong boxes which hold my money, both gold and silver. These my caskets of jewels, and this is the master key to all my apartments. But as for this little one here, it is the key to the closet at the end of the great hall on the ground floor. Open them all. Go into each and every one of them except that little closet which I forbid you, and forbid it in such a manner that if you happen to open it, you may expect my just anger and resentment." This tale by Charles, I've got to pronounce this, Perrault, I think it's Perrault, proves the link between horror and fairy tales. Within this tale, a young woman becomes the bride of a mysterious and powerful aristocrat who is known as Bluebeard. Her life is one of lonely luxury within a chateau with over 100 rooms. As he is about to depart for a long trip, he hands her the keys to every room within the castle to prove his love for her. Yet he forbids her to enter one of those rooms, even threatening her with death should she break this only rule. The key is exquisite, and all that is forbidden is tantalizing. So, of course, her heroine explores all the rooms in the castle while Bluebeard is away. And the discovery she makes is horrifying. For the one room, this place, she has been warned, holds her death, holds the bodies of Bluebeard's previous wives hanging on the walls. Oh boy. And like meat in a butcher shop, for all the wives of Bluebeard had yielded to their curiosity and entered the room, and this was the death of them all. Our heroine drops the key in the room, and it is covered with blood from the bodies. No matter how she tries, she cannot remove the stain of the blood and evidence of her breaking this cruel man's one rule. And so, when he returns, she hands back the keys, and he knows what she has done. There's no mercy. He insists she prepare for her death. So what are we to make of this tale within a card? That there is a person you are close to with secrets. And if you were to know their secrets, it could endanger you, for those are not trivial things that have been kept from you. This person is dangerous, and they have hurt others. They want you only to see their good qualities, what they have given you, how generous they are. But to do this means giving up so much power. Curiosity is not so much punished in this tale as the bride is rescued by her family and escapes her cruel fate. So this suggests that if members of your soul family, people who have true friendship and concern for you, are expressing any misgivings over your closeness with a powerful person who inspires respect and a little fear, and who demands obedience, listen to them. Curiosity itself is the key to freedom within the story, for while he makes good on his threat to execute her, her family saves her, and the bodies of the other wives are discovered and given respectful burial. So, while some have read this tale to be about the sin of curiosity, I read it as curiosity as being the natural way when there has been oppression and secrets and hidden rooms and places within intimate relationships. All relationships require boundaries, but obedience in forbidden areas and punishment, they are warning signs indeed. Never lose your curiosity. It might lead you to danger, but it will reveal the truth. Never let another draw you close, then forbid you from knowing who they truly are. And listen to those who truly love you. Often they can see what we cannot. So the meaning of this card is family protection, discovery of secrets, curiosity which cannot be stifled, yeah. Not stifled, I don't know why I said that. Let's see, hidden truths, forbidden topics, places, and people, inappropriate punishment, you have discovered an awful truth, secrets can no longer be kept, there is protection and defiance and defense for you. Listen to family who loves you, they see what you cannot. So anyways, that's all I have for stone number 6. If you like this kind of reading, please give my video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it and it really helps me out. If you would like to be notified of future videos, please subscribe and hit the bell notification. And if you would like to have a private reading, you can see how to do that in the video description below. Alright, well thank you very much. And I'm going to go ahead now and move on to stone number 7. Alright, so here we are with stone number 7. And let's find out what fairy tale story describes you right now. So let's see what we got. We have number 9, Cinderella Magic. All right, it wouldn't focus for a second. All right, so here we are. Let's see what it says. It says, "Now go to the ball," said the fairy godmother, "but be sure to leave before midnight. At the last stroke of midnight, the coach will be a pumpkin again. The horses will become mice, the coachman rats, and the footmen will be frogs." And she added, "Your gown will turn back into rags." In this beautiful image, Cinderella is within midnight, the moment of transformation itself. At midnight, she has returned from her momentary glimpse into another world, a world that has been denied to her for so long, and she is the only person who knows how she got to transcend class and family boundaries and experience this one night that will come to change her life. But in this image, she knows that the time to return to what has been her reality and to wait for the truth to emerge has come. She holds forth the timepiece, the fob watch, which marks the moment when the world changes. In this gesture, she reminds you that you too have the ability to move between worlds and to experience worlds that have seemed forbidden to you. You have seen how the other half lives, and nothing can take away from you the experience you have had. But the hour to return is upon you too. There is a time for glamour and mystique and great magic, and there is a time to return to the mundane. But you know now that there is hope, because this is not the end of this story. For the girl who spent her time in the ashes of the fireplace, in the cold and in the filth, there will soon be a knock at the door for you, as there will be for her, and the proof will be there that it is your time to step out of the shadows and away from cruelty and become the central point in a life that is better than you have dared to dream of. And no matter how many people attempt to oust you, no one can take your place, for this is fate, and this is your destiny. This card also speaks to you of the sacred times that are magical and hold transformative qualities. When you make your wishes to those sacred times, change will come just as it does for Cinderella. So the meaning of this card is choose your time wisely, keep to within the instructions, trust the outcome will be good, rebirth, one life ends, another begins, phoenix arising from the ashes, enchantment, magic is at work, transparency, be clear and true, and the right person for you is coming. I think that can be good. Anyways, that's all I have for stone number 7. If you like this kind of reading, please give my video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it and it really helps me out. If you would like to be notified of future videos, please subscribe and hit the bell notification. And if you would like to have a private reading, you can see how to do that in the video description below. Alright, well thank you very much. And I'm going to go ahead now and move on to stone number 8. Alright, so here we are with stone number 8, and let's find out what fairy tale story describes you right now. So let's see what we got. We have number 2, Rapunzel. Rapunzel, liberation. All right, let's see what it says. It says, Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair to me. You are currently within a situation that has you feeling trapped, isolated, and hidden away from the world. You may have accepted this lot as your own for some time, but recently you have come to a new awareness of what lies beyond the tower walls, that you have shielded yourself and taken yourself away to be safe, but in a way you have become a prisoner. This card or this message can sometimes come to you when you have been deliberately isolated from others and have not been free to make your own choices. The tower you find yourself within is not about to crumble. Freeing yourself is going to take your own strength, your own resolve, and it is going to be something you must do for yourself. You can leave, you can free yourself, you can stop holding on. And so much of this is going to rest on whether you believe you are able to and worthy to live a life of greater risk and greater freedom, with all the possibilities, all that is unknown. This card can appear for people who have protected themselves so much that they have become almost agoraphobic. A shielding, even energetically, has led to a huge wall built all around them. They are unimpeachable, but they are also alone except for the one who has access to them. If this card has come to you, it is time for you to consider whether you wish to explore the outside world, the spaces and places beyond the narrow yet extremely safe confines you have been imprisoned within. You have also had very little external influence. Only one powerful other has been able to influence you for now, and you need fresh ideas, inputs, and challenges to the way you have been taught to experience and see the world. The world of the tower is already behind you in your thoughts. It is up to you when you let down your hair and set yourself free. So the meaning of this card is liberation from imprisonment, escape, relief, cut yourself free from heavy thoughts, the end of negative thinking patterns, releasing attachment to your history. Change is within your own ability to create. Fate will intervene, but you must be ready. A time of waiting is complete. Freedom from heavy thoughts and a new perspective. Anyways, that's all I have for stone number 8. If you like this kind of reading, please give my video a thumbs up. I really appreciate it, and it really helps me out. If you would like to be notified of future videos, please subscribe and hit the bell notification. And if you would like to have a private reading, you can see how to do that in the video description below. Alright, well, thank you very much, and I hope you all have a wonderful day or night. God bless.